We are ready to begin step number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Step number 2 says place fabrics right sides together and pin. So my fabric, we have our right side of our outer fabric because we have our inner facing on the back. My lining fabric does not have a right and a wrong side, so we just need to make sure that we put them as best as possible right sides together. So I'm gonna go ahead and line these up. They should be the same size because they were 14 by 18. If they're off, we can trim them a little later on. But I'm gonna go ahead and start by pinning right sides together. As I pin for this, we just wanna make sure that we get probably 3 to 4 across the top and 2 to 3 down each side. So we're gonna go all the way around. As a reminder, when we pin, we want to pin with our pin into our fabric and then back up with the ball of the pin hanging off the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that all the way around. I'm gonna adjust my pin slightly because I think I'm gonna do 3. Make sure it's laying nice and flat. Feel free to rotate your case as we go. So like I said, this is a flat iron case. It can be used honestly to hold Chromebook cords, phone cords, any type of hair utensil. There's a lot of uses for it. So just a general carrying case is also good. So it looks like I'm gonna do about 3 pins on each side. Right now, this is just to hold our fabric together. So this is step number 2, pin fabrics right sides together. All right, so I have my fabrics right sides together. Step number 3 states, starting at the top right-hand corner, measure across the top 6 inches, mark with chalk. Today, I'm gonna just use a pen. You can use a pen, you can use a pencil, a piece of chalk, whatever shows up best. But top right-hand corner is where we're starting. So from our top right-hand corner, we're gonna measure across 6 inches. You can use one of these clear plastic rulers that we have in our class. I prefer to use the corner that does not have the orange marks. That's what's easiest for me. So what you're going to do is you are going to find the 6 inches from the corner. And we're gonna line it up with the edge of our fabric. So we're gonna go ahead and line the 6 up with the edge of our fabric. So if you count, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches in length. When we get that, we're gonna go ahead and just put a little mark right there. So you can see I've measured across 6 inches and put a mark, okay? So that is step number 3. Step number 4 says starting at the top right-hand corner, measure down the right side 6 inches, mark with chalk. So we're gonna repeat that exact same step, but this time instead of going across, for step number 4, we are going to measure down. So same concept, I'm gonna turn this slightly so you can see it a little better. You can line the top edge up with our edge of our fabric, and we're gonna measure down 6 inches. So to that 6, which we have right here, and we're gonna put a mark. Once again, if you wanna count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our 6 inches is where we're gonna make that mark. So currently, we have a mark on the top across 6 inches and then down the side 6 inches as well. So step number 5 says connect the 2 chalk marks, creating a diagonal and cut. So once again, we're gonna use our clear plastic ruler. I'm gonna connect the top marking to the side marking and connect it. Now I'm gonna take this pin out right here because this pin is in my way. But we have the top mark to the bottom mark, or the top to the side. I'm gonna slide this a little further so you can see it. I'm gonna connect the 2 dots with my pin and mark it. Right now we are just cutting the top right corner of our project off. Okay, so you can see I have now marked the top right corner, and we're gonna go ahead and cut. Anytime you don't have pins or you're not using them, make sure to go back in your pin box for me, not on your table. And when we cut, we're gonna use our shears, and we wanna make sure that our fabric stays flat on our table. So as flat as possible. You're gonna carefully cut across this top right diagonal, just like that. So that is the end of step number 5.